I was just recording for a long time and then saw that it wasn't recording, I guess, or it turned itself off. I don't know what's going on. Probably because they listen to us on our phones or watching us all the time. It's so funny because that sounds like so crazy, but it's so real. But you go around saying it to people who are unaware. Yeah, they think you're crazy. Luckily, there's so many people now who are aware. But oh my God, I just saw they were, of course, next door, oh, come down here to the local tavern on blah, blah, blah night and blah, blah, blah night. We're going to be giving out for free. And you get a free beer. Oh my God. And all these people, oh, cool. Can I bring my kids? Like, oh, that's so great. We're turning this into such a fun thing. Oh my God. I just, it's a hard thing to wrap your mind around, how people are just so misled and so ignorant. Oh my God, it's so crazy. And I've been listening to the news, of course, because it's always on here. And just the manipulation and the lies and the deceitful rearrangement of facts and stuff is just, oh my God, it's so outrageous. About one thing, they keep talking about this tax thing that they're trying to put through, or Joe Blow is trying to put through. And for a global 15% for the whole world. We're all going to have the same tax, just a flat tax, 15% of your income. And they keep saying global about 1 million times. And it's like, oh my God, people, come on. Globalists are taking over the world. They are a one world order. They want us to be completely controlled, enslaved. That is the corporation. That's the cabal. That's the deep state. That's all of these things that have been put in place to control us. And it's just so crazy when you know what's going on and you're watching it as they're saying, yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And you know what they're really doing. And the other people who just are like, oh, can I bring my kids? Oh. I was like, oh my God, how fucking foolish are you? But in that thing where it's like, yeah, we're going to be giving them, somebody start talking all these stats. So, and the people who get them, they're excited. They are one step above us. And I think this is crooked kind of. Anyways, so they said that it's like 70% of the people are vaccinated. Oh my God, I don't think I can buy that at all. I can't. I think that the stats are putting out are not true. And it's so funny because just like yesterday, the stuff with the AOC, who knows if you can even say that on here, but she, she's so rotten and so ignorant and so young and so, she's just this bartender who really was there for the people, bullshit. Which, all these people who have made it this far in politics are mostly plants. But the thing that's fascinating kind of, and is going to be interesting to watch, is how many of them were double agents. Because at first it was just like slamming some of these people are just like, oh my God, they're so irritating. But then start thinking, but what if they're a plant? What if they were just there to get information about these other people, and then it comes out that they really were like the saviors of us to bring down these other people. So it's so crazy because right now you don't even know who to hate, who to love, because it's all so much crazy bullshit. Well, I know there's one person, there's quite a few people that I think you can be pretty sure, it's safe to like them, that they're definitely on our side. I think they make it quite clear. T-Rump is definitely one of them. And just the way that all this stuff is fitting together right now is so cool, because anybody who's been following certain things, like we know, like all of this stuff happening was exactly predicted, and it's happening exactly the way it said. And we're really close. We're really close to a big shift. So it's super exciting. And that big shift is, I was just telling my mom this morning, because she was talking about, her different friends in crisis. And I was saying, like, man, I'm constantly talking someone off the ledge. So many people are in crisis. So many people are, questioning everything in their life, questioning relationships, questioning jobs, questioning your whole purpose, everything. And they haven't even seen reality yet. They're just trying to figure it out in the false matrix of how to survive. And, why are things like, why would I be with this person? Why would I let people treat me this way? There's a lot of those kinds of questions, of people trying to figure it out. But that's part of the awakening, is you have to wake up to things and start questioning them and start trying to be like, why? Because that is how you have conscious awareness. That's, why the dogs don't necessarily come to our level, is because they don't go in and ask those questions. They're just living their life happily as dogs. And, we could just be living our life happily as humans, but we're being manipulated. So that's how, we're going to switch it around. So we can go live happily with our life. But right now, in order to get there, you have to question things. You have to, spark up your consciousness, and stay in alignment, listening to your inner guidance. Yesterday, somebody was telling me, like, so funny when people start trying to tell you who you are and what you mean by this and what you mean by that. It's like, no, I don't. Well, you said this. Well, you're taking it completely different than I said it. But that's the manipulation of the words. And there's so much of those kind of fights going on right now. It's just this, like, how do we communicate when our language is being so fucked with? And anyways, so, you got that going on. But when they're telling me, like, what I mean or how I mean it or blah, 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 it's like, no, that is not. And I'm about freedom, and I'm not going to change myself because you tell me to change myself. That's not what this is about. If you have somebody in your life who's telling you, you need to change, you need to do this, you need to do that. No, you don't. You need to probably get away from them so you can go and find yourself. You don't need to be what somebody else wants you to be or someone else's expectation. That's part of our problems as human beings. And, that's part of the whole thing, the savior complex. Someone's here to save us. Someone's going to make us better. And it's all from in here. Believe me, I was caught up in the... I went from bad marriage to, something's going to save me. Something's got to be better. And coming out of those relationships, I was forced with the brain injury and divorce and all that stuff. But still, I could have given up on life. Fuck, I could have killed myself. Poor me. But, that's just not how I am, I guess. And I'm not saying I'm not poor me, and I've never contemplated suicide. But I'm here right now, so I didn't follow through. I've definitely done those things. I've definitely poor me'd my way through a lot of time in life, and I've definitely contemplated suicide. I think most people think, like, oh my God, have a moment somewhere where they're just like, oh my God, life is too hard. I just need to take my exit. I can take it myself, Why am I waiting for life to just take me down? So I think a lot of people feel like way, and I think it's all on purpose. It's that whole thing to keep us hopeless, helpless, have people doubt their gender thing. That's so huge to me, to get people so confused about that, just because I struggled with it when I was younger, and it wasn't even part of the agenda. It was just my own thing. So I understand the struggle, and I'm sure I'm not the only person who has struggled, and that's probably why they could figure out, how do we get people to doubt themselves. But you can watch how they create this anti-white movement. I've got obviously white relatives, and it's very strange is why these people participate. And like They don't know. They just don't know. They just don't see it. They don't get it. They don't know how to look past what's being shown to you or something. Because I would say, I mean, so many of these people, my mom and I were just talking about this, so many of these people getting these, and they're, oh, I researched it. Oh, I looked into it. I was like, well, I don't know where you looked into it. Because you're sure. I mean, if you would look into that and you still go get that, you're suicide mission. Fuck, no doubt about it. Yeah, I don't understand it. So, yeah, I don't know. Some people's ideas of research is very different than other people's ideas of research. And, yeah, if you're looking into these and all you're finding is information where you're just like, oh, yeah, I'm going in. Fuck yeah, I'm getting that. Guaranteed. You're not looking at the right information. Go a little deeper, because then you'll find out. If you're getting these, you're on a suicide mission, no doubt about it. And so, you know, when they're sitting there saying all this global, you know, is the one world order, is the globalists. They're taking over. Look up the agendas of what their plan is. Look up at how many people they want on this planet. It's just so crazy that there's so many people that are just so still. I'm not just pointing out like strangers. I've got them in my family. That's what my mom and I talk about all the time. It's like, you know, how are we seeing this stuff and why can't they? And she's got a lot of friends too, you know, with the same thing. I pretty much, because I moved out rural, you know, I had the one friend next door. Friend, I mean, I didn't even barely know her. But once she started, you know, calling me a liar, every time I talk, your dog's out, liar. Why would I lie about that? So, yeah, once there started being so much of that weird thing, yeah, I'm not going to try and make friends with people who, I need those people to be away from me. I can't be in their weird reality. It's weird, it's depressing, it's hopeless, helpless, just all the stuff they want. Yeah, I just can't even stand to deal with it. But I got to deal with it with family members, you know, and I'm not going to turn my back on I have family members I'm not speaking to, but I didn't turn my back on them. They decided I was too crazy to talk to. And, you know, that's fine. I know vindication is coming because I know I'm not crazy. I know I was really researching. I know I was really seeing facts. I know and not only that, I'm in a huge group that keeps growing and growing and growing. So, yeah, I don't know. I know what the truth is, and I know what's really going on, and it's quite clear, and it's playing along just as was predicted, and, you know, we're going right. So I believe we're super close of how the predictions have been and where we are. I mean, there is some truth coming out with some news people, and there is so much stuff that's being exposed. The crazy amount of mass shootings going on. This is one thing, and I had heard this quite a long time ago, you know, that there was going to be a second a new strain. As soon as things that we started being like, we're taking these off and all that stuff, there would be a new powerful strain that's coming that's gonna, it's way worse, Ebola style. And there would be just mass shooting. Well, they've already got, you know, the second the crazy strain going that, you know, we need to fear again. And these shootings, you know, nonstop. I mean, they're hitting us hard, and I'm sure it's more places than just that, but they're definitely coming at us hard. But I had heard a long time ago, when stuff started going down, you need to stay at home or don't. I mean, everybody wants to go out, like we all want to go out, but you got to still be kind of careful, especially if you live in a big city, because there are some big cities that are very targeted. And another thing, when I was driving on the way here, and this is just across Washington State, from one coast to the one side of the state to the other side. And when I was driving, there was like cop cars every couple miles, which is really, really weird. It's not normally like that. And then once I got into town, I told my mom, every time I leave, there's a black helicopter that I see flying. I said, that's just odd. You don't, every time I go out, there's a black helicopter flying, and it's flying at pretty high. And I said, I 100% think something's going on, and we're not being told, obviously. You know, we're in a secret war, I guess. And, well, it's not secret. I mean, the information's out there if you take the time to look into it. If you can break away from the matrix long enough to the indoctrination, propaganda, bullshit machine, then you know, yeah, we're in a war. Oh, another thing, too. Now, Joe, with the fucking that guy on Twitter, when everybody kept being like, who's that guy in the pictures with him? And then when people started saying, oh, it's the guy from the CCP. And now, yeah, now they're just, I don't know, family photos, Christmas card. It's just like right out there on the news. Yeah, he's with, that's who he's with. I'm like, oh my God, what is wrong with people? How can they be this gullible? So crazy. But anyway, so I start jumping over all these subjects. Just, my battery's low, so I'll have to be going. I start jumping over all these subjects because there's so much stuff to talk about. So anyways, I'll do another one. Maybe I'll be able to get a little bit, I gotta charge my phone for a minute. So I'll do another one. Okay, talk to you later.